Stop scrolling. This isn't just a celestial event. This is the door your soul has been knocking on for years. The Jupiter-Uranus conjunction isn't hype. It's not entertainment. It's not just another astrology update floating past your screen. This is a rupture in the routine, a moment so rare, so electrically charged, that pretending it's business as usual is spiritual self-sabotage. Jupiter expands, Uranus disrupts, and together they don't whisper, they detonate. In Taurus, that hasn't happened since 1941. Let that sink in. This is the kind of cosmic shift that rewrites entire timelines. Not metaphorically, energetically, tangibly, physically. And you are in it. You've asked for signs, you've cried for breakthrough. You've said, just give me a signal and I'll change. Then you looked away. You distracted yourself. You told yourself, maybe later. That ends now, because the sky just screamed your name. And this time, you either answer or stay stuck in the same loop that's been draining your soul for years. Listen carefully. If you're watching this before the conjunction peaks, you still have time. Barely. Hours. But if you're watching this after, you're not off the hook. Stay with me, because this energy didn't disappear. It expanded. You might have missed the window, but you're still standing in the ripple. And what I'm about to reveal could make the difference between a complete reset and another wasted cycle. This is serious. This is not vague good vibes. I'm going to say things here that might make you uncomfortable, that you won't hear from surface-level astrologers. Things you may not want to hear, but deeply need to. Some of what I'm about to share, I wasn't even planning to say. Honestly, I'm probably not supposed to, but I know who this message is for, and I know why it had to find you now. So don't blink, don't skip around. This video holds frequency, and if you exit too soon, you'll miss it. And that might cost you 6 months of alignment. Like this video. Subscribe so you don't drift back into the fog. Drop the number 77 in the comments to let the universe know you're awake, and to help spread this message to the people still sleepwalking through this shift. Now let's get into exactly why this moment is shaking the ground beneath your life, and what you must do about it before it's too late. Chapter 1. Why this conjunction isn't like the others. Jupiter is expansion, Uranus is disruption. Alone they shift things, together they rupture them. And when they collide in Taurus, the sign that governs your money, your values, your sense of stability, and everything you call safe, something deep and foundational begins to tremble. This is not just a powerful transit. This is a full system energetic interruption. And pretending it's not personal? That's the first lie most people will tell themselves. This conjunction doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't care if you're ready. Jupiter magnifies whatever it touches. Uranus shatters what can't grow. So what happens when they merge in the most grounded, slow-moving, comfort-seeking sign of the zodiac? The ground breaks. What felt like safety is exposed as stagnation. What you thought was solid suddenly shows cracks. And this isn't punishment. It's precision. It's the universe removing anything that's no longer real, so what's actually meant for you can finally arrive. Let's talk facts. The last time Jupiter and Uranus met in Taurus was 1941, World War II. The world economy fractured and restructured. The way humans defined value, resources, survival, everything changed. It wasn't subtle. It wasn't soft. It was collective. That same energy is now back, not as a copy, but as an echo. And if you're alive during this moment, it means your life was meant to be touched by it. This isn't just astrology, this is infrastructure. Internal and external, psychological and material. You've built routines, relationships, careers, and identities on foundations that might have served the old you. But if you've felt stuck lately, if your goals feel far, your joy feels flat, your body feels heavy, it's not depression, it's energetic incompatibility. You're outgrowing the settings you were taught to live in, and this conjunction won't let you pretend otherwise. Here's the truth. This isn't a gentle nudge to maybe try something new. This is a cosmic command to evolve. It's not about whether you feel ready, it's about whether you're willing. Because the longer you cling to comfort zones that are actually decay zones, the more violent the shakeup becomes. Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus are not here to decorate your life. They're here to restructure it. You can surrender to the expansion or get dragged into it, but either way, it's happening. Chapter 2. The myth of stability is over. You need to hear that, not in theory, but in your bones. Taurus, the sign this conjunction crashes into, is all about stability, comfort, and structure. It loves the predictable. It worships the familiar. But Uranus is the lightning bolt that sets the house on fire just to show you it was never safe to begin with. And Jupiter? Jupiter doesn't just watch. It amplifies the flames until you can't ignore what's broken anymore. This is not about losing your footing. This is about realizing you never actually had it, not where it truly mattered. You built a life around routines that kept you numb, a job that drains you, a relationship that's not bad but dead inside, a daily rhythm that gives you just enough dopamine to distract you from the fact that you're not actually living. This conjunction comes in like a cosmic audit, ripping the curtain off every lie you told yourself just to make it to the weekend. You call it stability, but what if it's just fear dressed in productivity? What if your steady job is actually slow decay? What if your loyalty to things that no longer grow you is the very reason you feel so tired all the time? Uranus is not subtle. It doesn't make polite suggestions. It disrupts. Because disruption is often the only language your soul will actually listen to. And here's the truth you need to stop dodging. If these forces, literal archetypes of change, momentum, evolution, are begging you to shift, why don't you? Why are you still hesitating? Why are you still bargaining with timing, telling yourself soon when your higher self has already screamed, now? You weren't built for survival. You weren't built to coast, to endure, to shrink your light just to keep your life predictable. You were built for expansion. And today, the universe called your bluff. You said you wanted more. You said you were ready. But now that the energy is here, real, loud, undeniable, you're still hiding under the blanket of maybe later. That blanket is burning. The floor beneath you is cracking. Not because you're being punished, but because the universe is done waiting for you to catch up to the life you asked for. This isn't instability. This is the collapse of everything false, so that something real can finally rise. Chapter 3. The breakthrough frequency is here, but you have to match it. The breakthrough frequency is here, not coming, not on the horizon. It's already in your field, and it's not waiting for your comfort zone to give permission. Jupiter expands everything it touches. Uranus breaks everything that isn't aligned. So when these two cosmic titans meet, they don't just knock, they break the door off the hinges. This is not a moment of gentle reflection. This is high voltage. And if you've been stuck in patterns, this energy won't just point them out, it will explode them. This is the moment when sudden inspiration lights up in your chest like wildfire. When an idea drops into your mind that makes your whole body go still. When you meet someone, hear something, remember something, and suddenly your entire life starts to rearrange itself in your head. These flashes, that's not fantasy. That's alignment breaking through the noise. But here's the part they won't tell you. This energy doesn't only bring gifts, it also brings endings. What's fake will fall. What's stagnant will crumble. The job you keep talking yourself into loving, the relationship you keep patching with hope, the habits you keep justifying with, it's not that bad, gone. Or if not gone, unbearable. Not because you're cursed, because your higher self is done tolerating what your lower self keeps defending. This is the paradox of a breakthrough. It feels like chaos, but it's actually clarity. What once felt stable now feels suffocating. What once felt okay now feels like a cage. That's not you going backwards. That's the veil lifting. This energy isn't ruining your life. It's revealing the parts of it that were already broken. And now you have a choice. The one you've been dodging. You keep asking to be free. You keep praying for change. You keep saying, I just want to feel alive again. And yet, the moment the chains start to loosen, you flinch. You panic. You reach back for the very loop that's been draining you. Why? Because it's familiar? Enough. This moment was written for your liberation. But liberation requires responsibility. You either stay in the loop or you leap. The energy will not do it for you, but it will meet you halfway the moment you finally move like someone who believes they're meant to be free. Chapter 4. Your body feels it first. Trust it. Your body feels it first. Long before your mind catches up, your nervous system already knows something massive is happening. That tension in your chest, that sudden rush of irritation over nothing, The exhaustion that hits right after a burst of energy that made you feel invincible? These aren't mood swings. These aren't just a weird day. These are signals, and ignoring them is not only foolish, it's dangerous. We are in the middle of a cosmic surge. Jupiter expands, Uranus electrifies. Together, they're not just shifting the sky, they're storming through your system. Uranus rules electricity. Jupiter makes everything it touches bigger, louder, faster. That means your body is literally processing higher frequencies than it's used to. And no, it's not always pretty. It's overwhelming, it's raw, it's unstable, but it's real. Stop pretending you haven't noticed. You've felt it. The static in your thoughts, the short fuse you've had all week, the random tears, the buzzing under your skin like your body is both tired and wired at the same time. That's not dysfunction. That's recalibration. Your energy field is trying to expand to hold the next level of your life. But instead of honoring that, what do? You sedate it. You numb it. You reach for sugar, caffeine, distractions, and mindless scrolling, like that's going to save you from your own upgrade. It won't. And deep down, you know that. This energy is not here to destroy you. It's here to break through everything that's been blocking you from receiving what you've been begging for. But if you keep numbing the signals, you delay the shift. Or worse, you reject it entirely. That's not because the universe is cruel. It's because you won't listen. Ground, breathe, move. These aren't cute self-care tips. They're requirements now. Your nervous system is the conduit. If it's overloaded, your decisions will be reactive. Your thoughts will race, and your emotional body will scream for relief in all the wrong places. So stop treating your body like a malfunctioning machine. It's not broken, it's becoming. And this discomfort, it's not punishment, it's data, energy, transmission. Trust it, because your body is not betraying you. It's trying to wake you up. Chapter 5. For the dreamers who never take action. This is your last warning. For the dreamers who never take action, this is your last warning. You say you want change. You write down goals. You journal your vision. You speak affirmations into the mirror. But when the moment actually comes, the real moment, when the energy is live and the path opens in front of you like a door just cracked by the divine, you freeze. You overthink. You hesitate. You retreat into the same patterns that keep you small. Jupiter is your dream, your highest vision, your potential, lit up and fully alive. Uranus is the shock, the thunderclap that shakes you out of autopilot. And now they've collided. Not gently, not metaphorically. This is literal alignment in the sky, screaming at you to move. And yet, here you are, still watching, still waiting for the right time, still pretending that next month, or next year, or next Monday is when you'll finally commit to becoming who you already are inside. Enough. This conjunction doesn't babysit, it doesn't handhold, it offers a window, and if you don't jump through it, it closes. That's how portals work. They don't stay open for the indecisive. This is not a motivational poster. This is the energetic line between momentum and mediocrity. You either leap or you repeat. And if you don't like how that sounds, maybe you're not ready to live what you say you want. You keep saying you're waiting for a sign. What do you think this is? The sky is literally mapping out the exit from your old life. You've been handed the coordinates. You've been handed the vision. All that's left now is to move. And if you don't, if you stay where it's comfortable, then don't lie to yourself later. Don't say nothing ever changes. Don't say, I don't know what happened. You do know. You got the call and you ignored it. No one's coming to save you, but the sky already offered you a map. All you have to do is move. And if you don't pretend you didn't know, because after this, you can't unsee it. After this, you don't get to claim ignorance. You only get to choose action or excuse. And today is the last day that choice will be this clear. Chapter 6. If you're watching this after the event, you're not too late. And here comes another excuse. Maybe you're watching this just after the peak passed. Maybe you're telling yourself, it's probably too late now. You can already feel the guilt creeping in, the regret, that low, heavy feeling in your chest, the part of you that knows you felt the pull and didn't move. But let me stop you right there. Yes, you missed the peak, but you didn't miss the purpose. This isn't a 1-second cosmic miracle that vanishes at midnight. This is a frequency ripple that echoes through your energy field for weeks. The window may have narrowed, but the door isn't locked. Not yet. And if you're still breathing, if you're still watching this, then you're still in it. What you're feeling right now, that discomfort, that internal pressure, that subtle but relentless voice saying, "You should have acted," that is the energy working on you, not to punish you, to redirect you, to give you another chance, but only if you stop pretending you didn't know. Let's get brutally honest. The 3 most common mistakes people made during this transit? First, they dismissed the signs. They got the goosebumps, the dreams, the weird timing, the people showing up out of nowhere, and they brushed it off like coincidence. Second, they chose distraction. They scrolled, they numbed, they drowned in stimulation instead of surrendering to the stillness that was trying to show them the next move. Third, they felt fear and froze. They knew exactly what had to go, what they had to do. But the idea of losing comfort paralyzed them, so they sat, and they stayed. And now here they are, watching this, hoping it's not too late. It's not, but only if you act now, not next week, not when the next portal opens. This ripple is still vibrating, and your system is still receiving, but you can't delay anymore. There's no more room for spiritual procrastination. Energy doesn't punish. It doesn't hold grudges, it just moves. And if you're willing to shift with it, it will meet you, right now. Not when you're more prepared, not when it feels easier. Now, so stop looking backward. Stop replaying the moment you didn't act. This moment is the one that matters. Use it, because it's not too late, it's just your last warning. Chapter 7. What happens in the next 6 months? Depends on what you do now. What happens in the next 6 months depends entirely on what you do right now. Not what you think about, not what you talk about, what you do. Jupiter doesn't play with quick wins. It operates in cycles, long arcs, timelines that stretch far beyond today. And when it merges with Uranus, a chain reaction begins. Whether you're conscious of it or not, you've already set something in motion. The question is, did you plant growth or delay? Every decision you make under this conjunction is a seed, and seeds don't ask for your attention once they're buried. They grow silently in the background. So that conversation you avoid today, that opportunity you delay, that truth you swallow because it's uncomfortable, it doesn't just disappear, it manifests later, as misalignment, as stagnation, as the version of your life you look back on and say, "What happened?" This energy will influence your next 6 months, minimum. Some of you will start new jobs or finally step into the career you've been too afraid to claim. Others will make financial decisions, investments, or purchases that either expand your life or entangle you further in fear. Some of you will walk away from the people you once begged the universe to fix, finally realizing the lesson wasn't about them changing. It was about you choosing yourself. And some of you will do nothing. You'll watch the world shift. You'll hear the call. You'll feel the inner nudge. And you'll stay exactly where you are. Not because the moment wasn't powerful, but because you didn't believe you were. Let me be clear. If you ignore this, if you go back to sleep after everything you felt, don't look up in July and say, "Nothing changed." Don't pretend you don't know why you're still stuck, because you're planting your timeline today, whether you mean to or not, whether you feel ready or not. Your future doesn't begin someday. It begins now. In the clarity you honor, the choices you commit to, the lies you stop feeding, and the risks you finally take. 6 months from now, your life will reflect this exact window. And when it does, the only question that will matter is, did you move with the energy or against it? Chapter 8. Rituals to lock this energy in and what most people will get wrong. Here's the twist. There's something I'm about to share that I'm not supposed to. But if you're still here, still watching, still listening, that means you're ready. Not just curious, ready. Because this is the part most people skip. They get the message. They feel the fire. Then they scroll on, thinking the shift will somehow integrate on its own. It won't. Not without this next step. Not without ritual. Ritual isn't about candles and crystals. It's not aesthetic. It's anchoring. It's how you lock energy into your field. Otherwise, it fades. Just like a dream you forget by noon. The energy is active right now, but if you don't give it somewhere to land, it won't stay. It won't wait. So here's what to do. Now tonight, before the momentum slips through your fingers. First, write a timeline jump letter. No overthinking, just write where you want to be 6 months from now. Not what you hope for, what you decide. Get specific, feel it, sign it, date it, seal it, and speak it aloud. Declare it into the field like it's already done, because the universe doesn't respond to maybe, it responds to certainty. Second, the disruption burn. Write down what's got to go. Habits, attachments, old identities, the job you hate, the patterns that shrink you. Be brutal, be honest, then burn it, safely. Fire is not just symbolism, it's release. It tells your nervous system this chapter is closed. Third, ground, physically. Take your shoes off, go outside, put your feet on the earth, speak to the sky, thank it, claim your shift. Taurus rules the earth. This isn't fluff, it's frequency regulation. Your body needs to touch the ground to stabilize this much energy. Otherwise, it'll stay trapped as static in your system. And here's the truth. Most people won't do any of this. They'll nod. They'll feel inspired. Then they'll scroll. That's why they stay stuck. Don't be one of them. Lock it in. So make sure to like this video, comment the number 77 to anchor this activation, and send this to someone who's been drifting, someone who forgot who they are. Because the window is closing, but the ripple isn't done. And this moment, right here, might be the one that finally wakes them up.